Crime also dominated the discussion in the House of Assembly today as Parliament convened for the first session of the new year. Carla Palmer fills us in.
Coming off the heels of triple-digit homicides recorded by the Royal Bahamas Police Force in 2013 and 4 already recorded this year, Member of Parliament for North Eleuthera, Mr. Theo Neely, expected the government during this first sitting of Parliament of this new year to discuss further crime plans moving forward and other critical issues.
After we've had the deadliest, bloodiest Christmas and New Year's holidays, I thought it would be a time when we'd come back in our first sitting and be debating crime and figuring out solutions to reduce the level of crime in the Bahamas. I also thought it would be good if we came back and talked about employment to reduce the unemployment levels at 16.2%.
Mr. Neely, however, was not alone in his thoughts. Member of Parliament for Marco City, Mr. Gregory Moss, agreed.
I'm sick of playing politics. I'm absolutely sick of playing politics. I saw the people at this front bench sit in this house for 5 years and watch the crime numbers mount and did nothing about it. And right now we are sitting in a crisis, an absolute crisis. And what must happen, Mr. Speaker? Must the crisis come to our doorsteps before we take this crisis seriously? Must it? Must it really?
Mr. Moss went a step further in his comments as he diplomatically called on the government to do the job it was elected to do and fulfill the promises to the Bahamian people while campaigning.
There are serious issues that need to be resolved and will have to be resolved in this House. And I'm just saying, if someone shoots one of my brothers or sisters, and I am not without sympathy, I will feel that, and I don't want to wait until one of them is shot for me to get up in this House and express outrage. At the end of the day, this polite approach we're taking to law enforcement, where we are blaming the police or blaming the courts and failing to blame ourselves for passing the proper laws and putting in place the prescriptions that need to be put in place to avoid all of these delays, to avoid all of these excuses, and to deal definitively with crime, stops here. It stops absolutely here. We legislate. We define the definitions. If we do not like the way in which our laws are being interpreted, we redefine those definitions. And the courts comport themselves to the definitions we define. Not us to them to us. At the end of the day, what is allowed is being allowed because we're allowing it.
I'm Carla Palmer for ZNS Network News.